The Earth's orbit about the Sun in a year is approximately a circle with a radius r of 1.5 times 10 to the power of 8 kilometers. Using pi as 3.14, calculate, given your answers in scientific notation or standard form, the distance the Earth travels in 1 year. And so here, what they want us to determine is the distance that the Earth travels in 1 year. And so what they basically want is the circumference of this circle, all right? Which is the distance around the circle. And that will be equal to the distance the Earth travels in 1 year. And so what is the circumference of the circle? Where the circumference of a circle is given by the formula 2 pi r, where pi in this case is 3.14 and r is the radius. And the radius, according to the question, is 1.5 times 10 to the power of 8. And so we have, when we substitute, is we have 2 multiplied by pi. Remember, pi is 3.14. And r, which is the radius, is 1.5 times 10 to the power of 8. Now we have to multiply. We have 2 times 3.14, and 2 times 3.14 is definitely 6.28. And we bring down the 1.5 times 10 to the power of 8. Moving further with our multiplication, we have 6.28 times 1.5, and 6.28 times 1.5 is definitely 9.42. And we bring down the 10 to the power of 8, so we have 9.42 times 10 to the power of 8. And so this term or this expression or this number is in scientific notation. And so we are good. This is the answer to this question. Now let's move on to the next one. It says, calculate the distance the Earth travels in 1 day. Now, what did we learn from our previous question? We learned that the distance the Earth travels in 1 year is 9.42 times 10 to the power of 8 kilometers. Now they want us to figure out the distance the Earth travels in 1 day. Given that 1 year is equal to 365 days. So in order to figure out this answer, we have to divide. We take 9.42 times 10 to the power of 8, which we got from our previous question, which was the distance the Earth travels in 1 year. And so we take the distance that the Earth travels in 1 year and divide it by the number of days that is in that year, which is 365. Now, so what we basically have is 9.42 times 10 to the power of 8 divided by 365. And so we're going to group them together. We put our decimal number with our whole number, and we multiply by 10 to the power of 8, which is our term which has the base 10, all right? Now we have 9.42 divided by 365, which gives us 0.025808219 multiplied by 10 to the power of 8. But this is not in scientific notation because this term right here has to be a real number from 1 to 10, but not including 10. But currently this number is less than 1, so we have to make this number bigger. Notice that the decimal point is right here, and we're going to move it 2 times to the right. So this is going to be 1, 2. And so we actually end up having is 2.5808219 multiplied by 10 to the power of -2. Now it's -2 because we move over twice to the right, and that's why it's -2. And so we have 10 to the power of -2 multiplied by 10 to the power of 8, which is here, which we brought down. And now we have these two terms which have base 10, the same base. Whenever you have two terms that have the same base and you're multiplying them, you have to add the powers. And so we have here is this number multiplied by 10 to the power of -2 plus 8. And -2 plus 8 is definitely +6. And so we have here is 2.5808219 multiplied by 10 to the power of 6. And this is definitely in scientific notation or standard form. And this is the answer to this question.